بالله العلي العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله ثم الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على سيدنا ونبينا وطبيب نفوسنا بالقاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين الهداة المهديين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا اللهم صل على محمد وعلى أما بعد فيا عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله فإن التقوى خير الزاد وبها المعاذ يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I ask myself and request you all to practice taqwa. Mu'mineen, today I would like to discuss about the concept of friendship and who we must socialize with. Of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us in a way that we socialize from the time of births. Or we make friends, for example, in our childhood. When we grow up, we make influence upon others and we receive influence from others. And whatever achievement we have to understand that that is the gain, whatever gain we have in our life, that is because of the influence of parents, for example, or influence of your family members or friends. So whatever you are, every one of us, that is the influence which we receive from others. If you have, like for example, decided to be a doctor, that means someone has influenced you, so you decided to be doctor. If you want to be a lawyer, for example, any occupation you decide to choose, that means there is an influence of anyone who made influence upon you. So that's why in the religion of Islam, when we socialize with others, because we share our ideas with them, we share our sorrow, sadness or happiness with everyone. So in this case, it is very important to understand that what are the criterias of socializing with other people. So first of all, making friend, it is in Islam, it is highly appreciated. Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, he says, at-tawaddudu nisful aql. Making friends is half of your wisdom. Faqdul ahibbati ghurba. In another narration, it says, if you don't have any friends, so of course the man is gharib. Okay, so we must have friends. We have to socialize with people because Allah created us to socialize with each other. That's why we come to Salatul Jama'ah instead of reciting Furada. We have Jumu'ah, Namaz Jumu'ah, every day 5-time prayers. If it is possible, we can recite with Jama'ah. That is of course highly recommended. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Just down. So we have to make friends. We have to socialize. But we have to see the criterias of friendship. When we are socializing with others, so first of all, Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, there are a lot of ahadith. I want to bring those ahadith with whom we should socialize, with whom we should make friendship. Imam Ali, he says, Jalisul ulama tazdud hilma. We have to socialize with ulama as much as we can. Sometimes, there is approach in centers, the management, they say, ulama have to make connection with the audience or youths. But the thing should be vice versa. People are the one who are responsible to make connection with ulama. That's what this hadith is saying. Jalisul ulama tasdud ilman. Every individual in society and communities, they have a responsibility to make connection with ulama. Like for example, when you go to school, of course there is an effort from child and teacher as well, but parents should make effort for children to take them, like for example education, school or whatever places they are learning. When they are bringing their children, As we ask our children in school to concentrate upon teacher, for example, and to maintain etiquettes within school of learning, so likewise we have to teach our children when they are bringing them to a madrasa, for example, or any Islamic center. They have to make effort and ask their children to make connection towards the ulama and khotbah who are serving the centers. So Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, he says, Jalisil ulama tasdud hilma. If you sit with the ulama, so of course the kindness, the hilm of you will increase. In another narration, Mawla, he says, Jalisil ulama fasa'id. You have to socialize with ulama as much as you want, you can. Sa'ida, so you will have success within this world and hereafter. And again, Imam, he says, when you socialize, some people, when they have status, they have a lot of wealth, they want to ignore those who have less money, for example, those who are fuqara. So what happens? That brings us faqr, that brings us arrogance. So that's why, again, Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam, he says, Jalisil fuqara. If you want to socialize, socialize with fuqara, those who are needy people in your society. What will happen? Tazdud shukra. When you compare your life with them, so of course you are going to make shukr in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you want to live with wealthiest people in society or in center, and you want to concentrate and achieve what they have, so of course always there is a regret and afsoos within yourself, and what Allah has given to you, you will not be able to thank for the ni'mat which you already have. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And again, in another narration, Imam Ali, he says, Jalisil hukama. Sit with intellectual people. You know, people who have aql, powerful aql. Wa yakmul aqluk. So what will happen? So of course, your status of aql will increase. Of course, we gain wisdom from others. وَتَشْرُفْ نَفْسُكْ. And of course, you will make your soul to be noble. وَيَنْتَفِي عَنْكَ جَهْلُكْ. And then you go away from ignorance. So we have to also sit with people of intellect and uqala and hukama. And we have to avoid always sitting with those people, getting together with those people who are richest people, or people of with the idea of worldly life, for example. That's why Imam Ali, he says, khaltatu abna'id dunya tashinud din. Getting together with people who have always desired towards worldly things, tashinud din, it will destroy your religion. It will destroy your religion. وَتَضَعَفُ الْيَقِينَ. And whatever yaqeen you have, it will affect upon your yaqeen which you have upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why, if you see the person who is not practicing Muslim and he got everything, sometimes you do shock, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making me to have suffer in my life, and so people, they have happy life. So of course, there are consequences. Whenever we meet, we socialize with every individual, there is an effect upon our thoughts and upon our lives. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So these are the certain narrations from A'immat Tahirin alayhi salatu wasalam. Likewise, in Arabic language, for Rafiq, wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullah, for Rafiq and Sadiq, for friends, there are two words, Rafiq and Sadiq. Rafiq means companion. In Arabic language, that's why we say Murafiq is the one who is always with you. So why we call friend in Arabic language Rafiq? Imam Ali, he says, إِنَّمَا سُمِّيَ الرَّفِيقَ رَفِيقًا لِأَنَّهُ يَرْفُقُكَ عَلَى صَلَاحِ دِينِكَ. He is always there to correct you in your religion. So when we make friendship with each other, so we have a responsibility under the title of Amr bil Ma'ruf and Nahy anil Munkar to correct each other. فَمَنْ أَعَانَكَ عَلَى صَلَاحِ دِينِكَ فَهُوَ الرَّفِيقُ الشَّفِيقُ. And then Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, he explains that the one who helps you to correct your religion, he is your sympathetic friend. Okay. So Rafiq is companion, always the one who is with you. So he should be with you in correcting you in practicing Islam. Another word in Arabic language for friend is Sadiq. Okay, Sadiq is from Sidq, truthfulness. So again Imam Ali, he says, Innama summiya Sadiq wa Sadiqan. We call Sadiq is given, title friend is given the title of Sadiq. Why? لأنه يصدقك في نفسك. Because he always speak about you with truthfulness. وَمَعَايِبِكَ, and with truthfulness he will mention your faults to you. فَمَنْ فَعَلَ ذَلِكَ فَاسْتَنْمِ إِلَيْهِ فَإِنَّهُ الصَّدِيقُ. And then Imam, he says, if a truthful friend, he is showing your faults and he is correcting you, so of course that means this is the real friend which you have to save for yourself. This friendship must be saved. Sometimes, people, when we are going to correct them, they become angry. Who are you? I know better, for example, okay? We become angry. We want to change that friendship to be enmity. But in the religion of Islam, Rufaqa, and of course there are rights of mu'mineen upon each other, rights of friends upon each other mentioned in the Risalatul Huquq of Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam. So of course when a mu'min brother is correcting us, so we shouldn't be like, for example, become angry in first stage. Maybe I am wrong. So of course I have to review. If I review myself and I make, like, for example, istinbat and dalil and prove that no, I am not wrong, your, like, for example, opinions is not correct. So of course there could be a discussion, in good manners and peaceful environment. So in first stage we have to be ready to accept guidance from everyone. So that's why you see ulama, great scholars, even when alim is meeting another alim, so they request to give an advice, for example. In Hausa you studied for 15 years, 20 years, same on same status, another alim, when he meets another alim, they say, the ulama who are truthful ulama, they say, give us advice, do nasiha. Because friendship is, all the meaning of friendship is to correct each other, to do islah in our life. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And of course, when we make friendship, so there are certain things which we have to maintain. So the first thing in friendship is truthfulness and genuineness towards each other. We have to be truthful towards each other. In every relation, truthfulness is important. A man came to Imam Hassan alayhi salatu wasalam and he said, "Oh Mawla, I want to be your friend." Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, Imam Hassan, he replied, "Of course, I can choose you as my Sadiq, as my Rafiq, as my friend. But there are 3 conditions. You will never ever praise me in front of myself, because I know what I am." This is first condition. The second is, you will never lie to me whenever we will meet in future. So of course in friendship, people, they shouldn't lie to each other. Okay, Sadiq means Sidq. So always we should be truthful with our friends. And the third condition, Imam Hassan, he said to him that whenever you come to me, you will never backbite about others. So he said to Imam, these 3 conditions are very much difficult for me. Okay, so I'm not able to fulfill this criteria. People, when they get together, 2 friends, of course they are going to speak most of the time about third person. Okay, so Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, Imam Hassan, he said, when you come to me, you want to be my friend, so that means you will never ever speak backbite about others. So he said, "Oh Mawla, because you said I have to be truthful, these are the conditions which I cannot bear, or fully I cannot make commitment, so that's why I cannot be your friend." So Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, he accepted. He said, "Okay, so if you follow me, that is enough and sufficient." Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So there must be truthfulness. The second thing which is important ethical element in friendship is what, mu'minin? We have to avoid arrogance and superiority. When we are friend with someone, we have to be humble towards each other. In friendship, if you want to make friendship to be very much strong, so we have to leave arrogance, takabbur, which each other, or maybe there are some elements. I have more education, more knowledge, more experience. So of course that is good, but I shouldn't show my superiority upon the face of my friend. Okay, so this is the second element. The third element is a respect towards each other. When I make a friend to be my friend, I have to give him respect. Sometimes, people, they cross the limits of friendship and they do not respect each other. When you ask them why you are not respecting, in reply they say, this is my friend. So generally people, they assume that if you have friend, so you can disrespect him. No, not at all. Of course you can have, like for example, jokes and fun, and you entertain with yourself. You can do mizah, for example, but insulting each other, it is not allowed in the religion of Islam. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So we have to give respects to our friends. So that makes friendship to be more strong. That's why Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam, on his way back to Kufa, he was traveling with one of the a Jewish person, on his travel, he was coming back to Kufa, and this Jewish person was traveling to another destination around Kufa, city of Kufa. So they started communication. When they approached to Kufa, that Jewish, he knew that Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam is going to enter into Kufa. But Imam started traveling towards his destination. So he said, "Oh Ali ibn Abi Talib, why you are coming to my destination? Your way is that way towards Kufa." So Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, he simply replied, because we became friend in our journey, and I have heard from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that when you become friend with someone in your journey, so you have to walk towards his destination some steps. So he said, what does that mean? He said, this is akhlaq of Islam. I have to give you respect. We became friends with each other. So of course when we became friends, so I have to walk towards your destination, although my destination is that way. So when he saw this akhlaq of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam, he accepted the religion of Islam and said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So in friendship, abuse, speaking wrong words, or degrading friends, or mocking, it is not allowed. When you are friend with someone, so of course you have to give 100% respect to him and his family members. And the important element and criteria of friendship is to help your friend when he is in need. In Arab Farsi, there is a good poetry. Poet says, "Dus on bashad ke girad dast doost." Dus on bashad ke girad dast doost. Dar parishan hali wa dar darmandagi. It means the real friend of yours is the one who supports you when you are in need. Friends, you can understand them. Your friends or family members, whatever you have, either you can understand them while you are traveling with them. Okay, in travel, people, they face a lot of mushkilat. So the real friendship, comes up. And likewise, when you are in hardship, and especially when you are seeking help from others, so if a man is supporting you when you are in hardship, so that means you have to take care about him as well when he will come into the situation of hardship, for example. Okay, so the fourth element which is important, we have to help each other. And of course, Islam and Quran Majid, it teaches us, innamal mu'minuna ikhwah. Mu'minin are brothers to each other. So of course, when there is a hardship a mu'min is facing, this is our responsibility to correct and help them. And that's why mu'minin, friends of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein on the day of Ashura, ashab of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam on the day of Ashura, when Imam, he said, hal min nasirin yansurana. So of course, those companions came and they supported Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. Ashab, of course, you can give them the name, other name, companion or Sadiq, or you can call them Rafaqa of Imam alayhi salatu wasalam. So of course, they gave the life of them for Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. So this is the best example of friendship which we can see in the Ashab of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. With this, we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us strength and tawfiq to socialize with ulama and fuqaha and make good friends in our life. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us and our marhumin. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the appearance of Imam Mahdi alayhi salatu wasalam. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Wal asr innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa amilu salihat wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr.